Hello, everyone. This is Nathan Bridges from Nathan's Nuggets in 10 with Utah State commit Chase Tuatagaloa. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me, man.
Anytime. I'll start with my first question. How old are you when you started playing football?
I was 8 years old when I first started playing football. Um, yeah, I was introduced to the sport by my dad and my brother, and yeah, ever since I was 8, I've just been playing.
So you got introduced by your dad and your brother, and then you started at an early age and then got going.
Yeah, yeah, most definitely. It's actually funny though, because sorry, it's actually funny though. I actually wanted to play basketball more than I wanted to play football. So and now I don't even play basketball anymore. So I guess I made the right choice playing football when I was 8.
That is funny that you wanted to play that more than now. You play football and not
Yeah,
even basketball.
yeah,
Did you play any other sports?
yeah. Like I said, I played basketball. I played AAU basketball since I was, when I was 8, and I think I stopped playing when I was around maybe 12, 13 years old, and then from there on, I just focused on football. So
So you played AAU basketball for a good amount of time, then just focused on football after once you got to 13.
mhm, yeah.
What made you pick Utah State?
Um, Definitely the coaching staff and the love they showed throughout my recruiting process. The love that they showed ever since I started talking with them back in January. I definitely the love that they showed was genuine. It was very real, and they kept in contact with me constantly, and I knew, like, ever since then, I knew that that's where I needed to be, and it's close to home, so my mom and my dad can come down whenever they miss me, I guess, and I can come back home. So yeah, that's basically it.
So everything that was nice, like the coaching staff love that they showed you, like you knew they wanted you. They weren't just like
Yeah,
recruiting to like recruit, basically.
yeah, yeah, and it's close to home, so it's nice.
Your family can see you play.
hmm
What do you think it'll be like playing in a football program that is heading in a great direction with Blake Anderson coming off a Mountain West championship?
Oh man, that's gonna be great. I've been up there on my official visit already, and you can already tell the environment that he's building up there and the culture. It's changed. I've been up there before with the old coaching staff, and um, it's a lot different. Coach A and what he's doing up there, it's amazing. And you go to all these different programs and you see how they are, and you go to Utah State and Coach Anderson, what he's doing up there and what he's building. I'm telling you, man, Utah State's going to be something to watch in the next upcoming years. I'm telling you, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
So it's good what he's changed, like everything about the program, like it's different from when you saw it with the old coaching staff, and it's just heading in a good direction. Will be a good program to watch in the years to come.
Most definitely, it's gonna be great. I'm telling you,
Yeah,
Coach Anderson, he's the man.
he is. Like he was projected to finish last in the mountainside and then won the whole
hmm
conference.
Yeah, Coach A, he's the man. He never lets he always says he never lets that stuff get to him. He's never really on. He tries to stay off social media as much as he can. He doesn't really watch that stuff. He just puts his head down and works. So that's something that I really love about Coach A.
Focuses on his job, getting wins.
hmm Oh yeah.
I know you're being recruited as an athlete. What position will you be playing at Utah State?
When I go up to Utah State, I will be playing quarterback, and hopefully I stay as a quarterback because I've always wanted to play that in college. So yeah, I'll be playing quarterback when I get up there.
So quarterback, and that's the position you always wanted to play in college. So that's a good.
hmm Yeah.
What conference opponent are you most looking forward to playing against?
Ooh, that's a good one. Conference wise, probably Boise State. That's definitely Mountain West. You think of Mountain West, you got Boise State, and I think since we lost to them this past season, I think that's going to be a really good, fun game to experience in the conference. Um, but out of the conference, I think Alabama, most definitely, that's going to be an exciting one to experience. Hopefully, I can experience that with the team. Yeah, just probably Boise State. That's going to be a good one.
So then the conference, Boise State to like revenge the loss, and then because that's like one of the top teams in the Mountain West.
Mhm.
And then Alabama, who doesn't want to play against Alabama?
I know you get to go up against the best. Yeah, it's shocking. You know, when I first saw the schedule for 2022, I was like, wow, all right, let's go. I'm ready. It's gonna be fun.
That'll be a fun one.
Mhm.
How would you say your senior season went?
Ooh, you know, going into your senior year, you always want to win it all. Unfortunately, me and my team, we came up short in the semifinals on the last play of the game. But other than that, I think my senior season went really great. I love every single one of my guys on the team, from the oldest senior to our young freshman. Um, I wouldn't trade my senior season for anything. I wouldn't want to change a single thing about it. And yeah,
So you always want to win it all, and unfortunately, you came up short on the last play. But you wouldn't want to change it with the guys that you played it with.
yeah, I love every single one of those guys over there in Orem. Showed me love ever since I got there, and those are my guys. I wouldn't want to go into a battle with anyone else.
Best experience like that you had.
Mm.
Looking back, how would you describe your high school career?
Oh man, my high school career was a crazy one. It was a little bumpy here and there. Freshman year, I started out at Bingham High School. Transferred out after the season was done. I transferred over to Orem my sophomore year. Couldn't play sophomore year. Junior year, I got to play. I didn't play quarterback. I played tight end receiver, and senior year I played quarterback. So it's a little bumpy, a little bit of a bumpy road here and there, but you the the memories you make during high school football is what really matters. Meeting people. Uh, all your brothers you get to meet along the way. That's what really stuck out to me. My high school football. Um, I love everything about my process in high school. Um, yeah, like I said, I wouldn't trade anything for what my experience was.
So at times it was a little bumpy, but like you wouldn't want to change it any way it
Mhm.
was, and you ended up where you wanted to be.
Yep.
So senior season, that was the first year you played quarterback in high school.
Yeah. Basically, it was basically the first real taste of high school football I got. Because freshman year I was third string on varsity behind Peyton Jones and Troy Maine. It was good though because I got to learn between those guys. I got a little bit of a taste of the varsity level. And then sophomore year, junior year, I sat behind my boy, my older brother, Michael Fell. I got to learn from him. So, yeah, it was a tough process to not be able to play, but you learn things, you pick things up from I pick things up every single year. So,
So it was, even though you didn't necessarily always play, you always learned things and from the guys ahead of you.
Yep, most definitely.
Out of all the positions you played in high school, what was your favorite?
Oh man, it's definitely quarterback. It's quarterback. It's the head position. Everyone looks at you, but it's also the most stressful position, or you have to know everything. It's it's the most fun I've had, especially my senior year. I finally got to do it. Go out and play it. But I don't know, man. Playing tight end receiver, it was really fun. I got to experience something different. I got to go out there and run routes for, like I said, my older brother Micah. It was kind of fun to have two quarterbacks on the field, one throwing and one running out there and catch the ball for him. It's a lot different playing tight end receiver. You get to take a little bit of the pressure off, a little bit of the standards or the expectations. I mean, and it just you could take a little bit off your shoulders and you can just go out there and have a little bit more fun than when you're playing quarterback. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like not
Yeah.
because when you're quarterback, you're in charge of everything. You have to make sure everyone knows the play, like everyone's set. But like,
Yeah.
and you have to know what
Mhm.
everyone's like. You can't just know what you're doing, like a wide receiver. You know your job. But quarterback, you gotta make sure
Yeah.
for everyone.
You gotta know everything. Yeah. Yeah. But I'd still say quarterback. It's fun when you get in a rhythm, you start going. When you start winning, it's the best feeling ever.
And fun being like in control, like of everything.
hmm Yeah, most definitely.
How many schools had your interest?
Um, there was a lot throughout my recruiting process. Um, but every school is different from the other, and I think that Utah State really just stuck out the most. There's a lot of schools that'll catch your eye here and there, but you only get to pick one. You only get to
Mhm.
pick one out of many offers that a lot of people get. But yeah, I just I think I picked the right one. So
There's a lot, but Utah State, that was what stuck out to you the most, and you picked the right one for you.
most definitely.
Who's your favorite football player?
My favorite football player. I got to go with probably Marcus Mariota. Um, you know, Playing football, as a quarterback, I was thrown into playing quarterback. I actually wanted to play running back when I first played football, but my dad told me to play quarterback, and I didn't really know any quarterbacks, and Marcus Mariota is a someone quarterback, and I'm someone quarterback, and so I think it was really nice to see someone on that big of a level, on that big of a stage to perform. I think I just really wanted to play like that. And I watch its highlights before every game. I still do. Um, so yeah, I'd say it's probably Marcus Mariota.
He's good. I remember, well, it was like one of the first years that I had watched college football, and I remember he won the Heisman.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I remember that day. I was I was watching it on TV that day. I went crazy the second day I heard them call his name.
That was cool. And then I remember watching it when they blew out Florida State.
Yeah, that was a game to watch. I remember that one.
That was, and Jameis Winston, I was sure he was mad.
Oh yeah, he was struggling a little bit. I think wasn't that the game the ball slipped out of his hands?
Yeah,
I can't remember if that's the game. Yeah,
I
it's the
think it
game.
is. And then now, like,
Yeah, I
they
think.
make jokes about that.
Yeah,
Each other.
yeah.
Do you try to model your game after anyone?
Oh yeah, definitely. Marcus Mariota, probably. Uh, I remember when I was younger, I'd watch his highlights, and I'd dress up with like all my football gear, and I'd try to watch his highlights and like, oh, he did that. Oh, he did that. I'm gonna try and do that in the next game. Like, and I'd do it in the game, like on the most unnecessary times. Like, I'd try and stiff arm the air here and there. I'm like, but it's just because he did it, so I try and do it. But yeah, it's definitely Marcus Mariota again. Probably him.
And he would do like the hurdles and then the stiff arm, right?
Oh yeah, that was the hurdles. I'd never try to do that. Man, I would never. I still wouldn't try. I don't got the hops like that.
He's very athletic.
Oh yeah, insanely athletic.
How would you describe yourself off the field?
Oh man, off the field, I'd say I'm a really fun person to be around. Um, I love hanging out with my friends and family, especially my family. I've been hanging out with my family as much as I can these past few months because I'm going to college soon, so I'm not going to be able to. Even though I'm in Utah still, I'm going to be in college away from them, so I won't be able to, see them every day. Go upstairs to my room and bug my sisters. I mean, bug my sisters in their rooms. Um, but yeah, off the field, I'd say I'm very family oriented. Hang out with my friends a lot. I like to hang out with myself. Take care of myself here and there, and yeah, I think That's what I would explain myself as off the field.
It's like a family person. You like to enjoy every moment with them, and like because
Yeah.
you know you won't always be right there with them because even though you're like you say you're still in Utah, you're gonna be at college playing football.
Yeah.
Then the last question I have is for fun. You get to take any three NFL players to dinner. They can be past or present. Who are you taking?
Ooh, put me on the spot. Um, I got to go with Marcus Mariota, of course. Um, Troy Polamalu, and then I got to go with the present one. I'm gonna go with Odell. You know, Odell OBJ. He just seems like a fun person to be around off the field. You know, he just seems like he he just seems like a really cool person to be around. So I'd probably say him. So Marcus, Troy, and Odell.
That would be a fun dinner. You get to meet the player you've always looked up to and liked, Marcus and Troy
Mhm,
Polamalu, good for USC and the Steelers,
mhm,
and Odell.
Yeah, I don't know why I say Odell, but that's a very odd group. But I don't know. It just seems like Odell would be a fun person to be around.
The personality, I feel like there'd be a big difference with like Marcus and Odell. I feel like their personalities.
Yeah, so different. You know, Marcus and Troy, they're kind of the same. They're very humble people, and Odell, you know, he's got a little bit more swagger to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He's a little more
flashy.
out. He's a little more outgoing. Yeah, yeah, flashy. Just, I don't know. I think it'd just be fun to be around those people.
That would be a fun dinner and a lot of experience that you get to hear
Mhm,
about.
mhm.
I thank you for joining me today.
Oh, thank you for having me, man. This is awesome. I love what you're doing.
Anytime. Thank you.
Thank you.